Hi, Jasmine. I have to catch up on your tags. So I'm going to do the week previous, which I haven't done yet. Um, First question is, do you have any regrets? I have lots of regrets. I think when I've answered this question previously, I would say I regret not having confidence in myself or trusting or believing in myself. This time I'm going to go with I regret, how can I say it? I regret not having as much restraint as I wish I did have. I'll go with that. I'll expand on that just to make more of a video. Uh, I think I would have, if I'd had more restraint in certain situations in the past, um, I would have had a better outcome on some of the things that I endeavored. I'm sounding so, but I think it's a good response, and I'll go with that. I wish that I regret that I didn't have more restraint at times in my life. More restraint with angry words, more restraint with my passions that got the better of me. Um, Such as that. Question two, one word that describes you. I'll go with struggling. I feel like if I look back objectively at myself and my life, I think I could say I've always wrestled and struggled with things inside, mentally, emotionally. Um, I think I am a type of person that thinks too much and struggles, wrestles with life. So I'll go with struggling. Next question, Jasmine asks if we've ever had any fantasies, and then she describes a sexual fantasy. So I don't know if fantasy to her means a sexual fantasy, um, because when I think of the word fantasy, and if I ever had any fantasies, I would say I have fantasized about being wealthy, having lots of money, being a billionaire, so that I could restore houses. And in my hometown of Waukegan, I used to fantasize that I could be a billionaire and stay there in Waukegan and restore the historic architecture in the downtown. Um, I used to fantasize about being uh, a famous singer, um, things like that. So when you say fantasy, that's what comes to mind. I can't really say that I've had a sexual fantasy that was recurring. My fantasies are all about other stuff, not really about sex, but life situations. I would say occupations, life situations, things like that. The next question Jasmine asked is, would you rather be well liked or respected? This one's hard for me. Um, I try to think of either way. My first response would be, I'd rather be liked than respected, because you can respect someone and not like them. Um, but to not be respected is a terrible thing. But you know, if you're liked, do people disrespect people that they like? I don't know. I don't think people disrespect those that they like, but they don't always like people that they respect. I'm going to go with well liked and assume that I'm still going to be respected because you don't disrespect people that you like. So that's going to be my convoluted reply to that question. Now, the last question I don't really understand. What does your life mean to you? I believe is how she wrote it. Um, what does my life mean to me? I really don't know. I question this a lot also. Um, being raised Catholic, I have the Catholic ideology in my head and what they say life is supposed to mean and how you're supposed to live your life, and what's supposed to be important to you in your life. But I also have lots of other philosophies and thoughts in my head. So I don't know. What does my life mean to me? I don't think it's supposed to be as vapid and empty as just go about your life doing whatever makes you happy. I don't believe that. I believe that there is, that you should have a responsibility within you to try and leave the world a better place than when you entered it. Um, I just think that's something that all people should, a responsibility that everyone should put on themselves. In one way or another, I just believe that you should do something that makes the world a better place for you having lived in it. And I will go with that. Okay, those are my answers to last week's questions. And I hope everybody's having a good week. And I'll see you with this week's answers, probably next week.